Hello and welcome to my channel. So this is part 3 of my Sims 3 script utility tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to work with other data types for your menu objects. Because in the last tutorial, we only used Boolean, but today I'll show you integer and strings as well. And I'll also be showcasing how you can use the menu to customize your mod. So here in our menu class, write persistable static inside these square brackets, and then underneath it write public static int tuning int. So just like we made our boolean, we are now making an integer variable. And we are going to similarly create a string variable. So again write persistable static and then public static string tuning string. And now inside the add to menu method, we are going to create our new menu object. So write menu object menu item 03 equals to new generic option brackets open tuning in comma delegate and then curly brackets and then inside the curly brackets write return tuning in dot to string and then comma delegate. So this part is exactly the same as the boolean menu objects, but from here on things will change a little bit. So again curly brackets and inside the curly brackets write string value equals to string input dialog dot show and brackets change in comma change value comma tuning in dot to string. and then in the next line write if not string dot is null or empty brackets value, and then curly brackets tuning int equals to brackets int convert dot change type brackets value comma type of and brackets int. And then add a semicolon in the round bracket at the end, and our menu object for tuning in is ready. So here this string input dialog is going to make a dialog box appear, and change it and change value. These are basically going to be the heading and subheading, and tuning in dot to string is going to be the displayed value, and in this dialog box we are going to change the value of tuning in. So this string input dialog box can only take string input, so that string has to be converted to int, and this is what we are doing over here. So int and convert dot change type is changing this string to int. If you enter a non-integer in the dialog box, like if you write some English word or decimal number, then you will get an error, because then it can't be converted into integer. So make sure that you add the correct data type. And now we are going to do the same for tuning string. So we're going to copy and paste this menu item 03, and we are going to change it for tuning string. So here change it to menu item 04, and here write tuning string instead of tuning in, and in the return part we'll write return tuning string. Since tuning string is already a string, so we don't need to add dot to string, but you can still add it if you want. And in the string input dialog box, again we're going to change it to change string, and then change value will remain same, and then tuning string, and here inside these curly brackets we're going to change this int to string, and again in the type of we're going to change it to string. However, this is not really necessary because the string input dialog box's value is already a string, so we can just write tuning string equals to value, and this will change the tuning string's value. And now we are going to add these menu items into our menu. So write tuning menu dot add menu object brackets menu item 03 comma true, and then tuning menu dot add menu object menu item 04 comma true. And now we are done with the menu. So let's come to the interactions class. And here I will show you how the menu can be used to customize your mod. So I'm going to create a new interaction, and I'm just going to copy and paste this show notification interaction, and I'm going to change the name to menu showcase interaction, and I will also change the name in the definitions triangular bracket. So sim comma menu showcase interaction, and I'm not going to change anything in the run. That's not important right now. Now inside the test method, write if menus for tutorial dot coding face menus dot tuning bool 1 equals to false, then curly brackets return false. So this way we can enable or disable an interaction by using a bool in the menu. Now in the next line, write if a dot skill manager dot get skill level brackets skill names dot, and I'm going to choose charisma, and then less than menus for tutorial dot coding face menus dot tuning int, and curly brackets return false. So here we have made it so that the Sim's charisma skill level has to be higher than the value of tuning int. So this way we are customizing skill level requirement for an interaction. And now in the get interaction name method, I'm going to change it to menu utility showcase. So this will be the display name of the interaction. Now go to the add interactions method and add our interaction. So write sim dot add interaction brackets menu showcase interaction dot singleton comma true. And now let's test and see if our mod is working. So we are in the game. Now let's check out our menu and try changing the values. So our menu is opening up like usual, and let's change the value of bool 1 to true, and then let's change the value of tuning int as well. So click on tuning int, and as you can see, the dialog box is opening up. So here I'm going to write 4, and let's also see if our tuning string is working. And again the dialog box is appearing, and we can write whatever string we want. So I'll just write hello, and we are not doing anything with tuning string to customize our mod, but I just wanted to show you how this string data type works with menu objects. Okay, and now let's test our interaction. So first I'm going to use the NRAS master controller to change the charisma scale of my sim. So NRAS master controller and advanced and change scales and locate charisma, and then we're going to change it. I'm going to change it to 3 and then okay. So now let's test and see if the interaction works. And the interaction is not appearing because if you remember, our tuning int's value is 4. So that means our charisma has to be 4 or higher for the interaction to appear. So let's again change the value of our charisma skill. This time I'll change it to 7. And let's test again to see if our interaction appears. And here you can see that our interaction is appearing, and so our code is working as it should. And now you have a good idea of how the menu can be used to customize your mod. You can enable or disable interactions, and you can change the requirements of the interactions, and you can do the same for modelets as well and various other settings. And that concludes this tutorial. I hope it gave you a good idea of what you can do with the script utility mod. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.